Welcome to part 2 of Gunfight. This is the same exact concept and game mode as part 1, except there are a few updated loadout. In total, for this video, there are only 3 games instead of 4 like the last one, except that in this video, they are all full games. There's no clips put together like I had on the last one a couple times. And every game is a different map to make sure it doesn't get too stale. There's an alley, a Blacksite, and a museum. I'm not sure if museum was on the last one, but I don't really remember. All the games I play are with randoms, and Gunfight Blueprints just came out, so I will make a couple videos of that coming up soon. For this first game, the other team was really good, and they kept countering my rush to the opposite side building through middle, where I run over and I jump across mantle and then go through the window, rush up top. So most of the time they were able to shoot me from the side, and usually if I do get shot from the side, I go ahead and bail down low and then peek up on those boxes. If you don't understand what I'm saying, it'll make sense. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. But even if I was able to make it through without getting shot, they were usually sitting on the ladder, and usually no one ever goes on the ladder because it's kind of in the wide open, and usually my teammate is covering it. I'm honestly not sure what my teammate was doing when they were on the ladder. Honestly, I thought that we were going to lose this game, but I just kind of changed how I played a little bit and figured out how they were playing so I could counter them, and we ended up winning. So a couple things going on is that I will be going to Colorado soon with Ankari and her friend, and my friend Comrade Dog is also going with us. And you haven't seen him in a video yet, but he will be in a few of the videos coming up here soon. Ankari met her friend that's going through a soccer team, I think in the summer, that she played with in high school. Me and Comrade Dog have been going, or not have been, but we did go to school together from 6th grade all the way through senior year, and I knew who he was in 6th grade, but I didn't really speak to anyone in middle school in general at all. I was really quiet because whenever I transferred schools, I didn't know a single person in my entire school, and I was the popular one at my old school, so I kind of assumed people would like flock to me, I guess, and that did not happen. So we didn't end up actually getting to be friends until maybe 9th grade, and we hung out a lot in 10th, 11th, and I was pretty busy senior year with baseball and stuff. But we still hang out all the time. Usually whenever I come home from college, he's like the first one that I'll hang out with, because I'll tell him I'm coming back and he'll spend the night that I drive back. I have started my internship a couple weeks ago, and it's been pretty fun. I ended up meeting my new boss, obviously, and he's really cool. I had never met him or heard anything about him before going in. But yeah, he's really cool. He kind of reminds me of my stepdad. He's a cool dude. I'm supposed to go to a business lunch, I think, with him and a client. So that'll be fun to see, especially since I don't really know how he works with people. And my 3 bosses made a list of 10 to 15 different things for me to do over the summer, because the first week I was there, they asked me if there's anything I'm specifically looking to get out of it. And I was like, specifically, no clue. But broadly, I'd like to know more about your job and what you do with people, how you make money, how you make them money, what you look for in the market, you know, general stuff that you kind of need to know to just be successful. So they put together a bunch of stuff. That client lunch meeting is one of them. I'm supposed to meet with like 8 different people around the office, and they're all in different jobs, so I can learn who does what job and what that is. Not to like scare me out of the one I'm in now. It's more just like either it'll solidify that I like the one I'm in now, or it'll be like, oh, that one looks like I'd enjoy it more. I do really like the business, because everyone there, they all look like they enjoy their job, even if they're not one of the ones getting paid the most. They all look like they enjoy their jobs and the people that they work with. And I have not really ever heard of people having problems with each other. Obviously that could be because I don't ask any questions, but yeah, I like it. So this summer I have to take a summer class called Financial Analysis or Investment Analysis. It's one of the two. I do have to take it because I'm like one class over the amount of total possible hours to take over the next 2 semesters. So I have to take one to make sure I can graduate on time. So I took this one. And so far it doesn't seem too bad. The teacher is like, I can't tell if he's like 55 or if he's 70. He's somewhere in that range. He has all these pre-recorded classes or explanations for projects that we have to do. And he sounds like he's totally clueless when he's talking. And he moves around like he's clueless. But we have some stuff on Excel. And he'll just randomly use some like function that I never knew existed. And he does respond to my emails fast. Even if it's like a weekend, he'll still respond. Sometimes I'll email him at like 1 in the morning because, I don't know, I'm not doing anything else. And he'll email me back at like 3 in the morning. So I don't know when this guy sleeps or if he just wakes up in the middle of the night to the notification and immediately responds. I don't know what he's doing, but I do like that he actually takes the time to respond instead of just, I don't know, wait until the end of the day every day to respond to everyone. The whole class, like, really doesn't seem that hard. There's only like 8 to 10 quizzes and then 3 little projects where it's like a pre-made Excel sheet, and I don't know, it maybe takes like 2 to 4 hours, like 4 hours max. Like it's like 2 hours for each of them. Other than the quizzes and those Excel sheets, we have one entire, I guess, summer-long project that we have to do, and it is an 8-page Excel sheet, and we have to pick a company that's publicly traded on the stock market. We have to go on the SEC, which is the Security and Exchange Commission, records for whatever stock that we pick, and we have to get the income statements and balance sheets and something else, cash flows. So for game 2, this game had a lot of good clips that I forgot about after watching it back a couple times. There was one grenade kill that I definitely did not deserve, and I didn't even expect to get it whenever I did. The other guys did, I don't know, I'm going to say that they were kind of bad, because usually if I challenge on the blue crate side, I get absolutely destroyed, like 80% of the time. And I don't know if I even lost 1v1, which has never happened before. So, I mean, it was kind of nice, you know, to not go against tryhard. But the other team did have mics, and whenever I'd hit a couple of these clips here, if you see a bunch of names pop up, it's probably because I was laughing, because I couldn't believe that I just did whatever it was. So, if you see a bunch of voices, it was not me talking smack. It was me laughing because I couldn't believe that I just did what I did. At the very end, I almost got a 360 no-scope, and I've been going for those in Gunfight basically since I started, and I actually almost got one. Like, the bullet was about 3 inches off to the right for like the previous 3 years, and then we input all that nonsense into the sheet, and it just like projects the next 10 years. Now, that first part took me like 3 weeks to do. So it's not fun. It's very boring, but it is cool because after you put it all in and you do everything, it basically tells you if they're going to be successful or not. Pretty cool. What's not cool is that after making all of the whole 8-page Excel sheet, we have to make a 15-page report to explain what the industry is that the company's in, what the numbers all mean, and you have to use like reference data from other companies in its field and what they're doing. And I'm like, dude, I'm not like hating on him. It's just a pain because I'm doing a report on one company. I understand I need to know what else is going on, but geez, man, I'm not trying to do research on 15 companies so I can say this one's better. Like, it's not better. Come on. They're all going to go up at some point. I do currently have a 92 or 93. I hope it stays around there. It has been pretty manageable so far. The only time it gets kind of hard is whenever I go visit Ankari for the weekend, because usually I do my homework on the weekend, and then I'm busy with her, and I also have the day that I drive up and back, and then I have to cram work on the other days, so it is kind of hard for scheduling, but I'm not too worried about it. And the next time that I will be going up to visit Ankari is a couple days coming up here, because I'm going for the 4th of July, because she has family that lives in Florida, and they fly over to her parents for 4th of July for their vacation from Florida. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Anyways, her family that lives there they're all really cool. They're like all our age or slightly older, but they're really smart people. So they actually like to play chess with me. I'm not saying that Ankari or anyone else is stupid. It's just like, you know, you don't really get enjoyment out of playing chess and being like, oh, this is so fun. You know what I mean? However, they do like to actually play chess and think intensely for an hour straight. So I like doing that with them because I usually don't have anyone to do that with. And another thing is that they don't go to school for engineering, but whenever we have all the 4th of July fireworks, so for the last game, we are playing on Museum, and my teammate's name is Scratch and Sniff, so finally got a good team name there. And I couldn't tell if the other team was bad, or if the Sussy Arnold 69 plus Scratch and Sniff was just too much for them to handle. We did end up winning, like, really easily. I think we only lost one round, and it was because I literally couldn't get a kill. But we did have really good teamwork, even though my teammate didn't have a mic. You'll see my voice pop up. You see it in all these videos. When my voice is popping up, I'm telling my teammate what's going on so he can still know, because I know he can hear me. Yeah, this game, my teammate did not have a mic, so I had no response from him, and I don't think he was ever pinging anything. But we still work together really good. We make some pretty fun contraptions where we'll tie together mortar shells or light like 50 bottle rockets off, or we will take a big rocket that shoots off by itself and then we'll tie together 2 other bottle rockets, so it's like a succession explosion. So the initial big rocket will blow up, and then right as it hits the top, the other bottle rockets will shoot off from it, so then the big one will blow up and then the 2 smaller ones will blow up after it. It's pretty fun because, once again, I usually don't have people that are actually interested in doing stuff like that, and then I kind of look like an idiot because I'm just sitting there by myself making something that no one cares about. It is fun.